Its 13th season, longest running genre show in North American history, your fabulous dynamic duo. Please put your hands together for a warm welcome for Jensen and Jared. Jared Padalecki and Jensen Rhodes.
We are here and there. Hi guys. Good morning, Vancouver. Good morning, Vancouver. How's it going? How was the? So I fortunately have had a week off, which I'm sure.
Oh, how's that? How's that? What's that like? That sounds really, really fun.
I think I'll just the entire interview will just rub my scrub. But unfortunately, that meant I didn't come in until really late last night, so I heard I missed a kind of cool concert. Did this guy show up?
Somebody showed up. I don't know if it was me or not.
His doppelganger.
Oh. You were so bad yourself.
Got me singing that song.
Yeah, I know. You're welcome for everyone that had that song stuck in their head for the rest of the night. And it skyrockets in flight.
What movie does that make you think of?
Anchorman, duh.
Dude, it makes me think of Good Will Hunting. When he's talking to the guy, he's like, skyrockets in flight. He's getting, it's one of the guys before.
Oh,
The therapist.
The therapist who's writing.
I think of Anchorman.
Same thing,
That
Anchorman.
highbrow comedy.
Anchorman, Good Will Hunting, Anchorman.
Yeah, one won an Academy Award, one did not.
Hey, did anybody join us at Comic-Con this year? Anybody see videos of it? It's kind of wicked, right? I think Apples and I both were like, we knew for months that Kansas was going to be there playing us on, but we couldn't say anything. So people would be like, hey, how's Comic-Con going to be? We're like, But it was pretty cool. It was really awesome to go to the green room before, and they're sitting there with their drumsticks and their guitars, like noodling. We're like, come on, guys! Like we've been worshiping y'all for decades and decades, long before Supernatural. But it was a nice kind of like welcome to season 13. Yeah, that was fun.
And then they come up and they're like, hey guys, you think we can get a picture with you? Me and I were just like, ugh.
With our camera, you can. So we can. Prior to that, we had, I don't know if any of y'all caught the Conan O'Brien show. So we're sitting there.
Or as I like to call it, Sweatgate.
Well, that's just anything Jared Padalecki is Sweatgate. So we're sitting up there, and Apples hasn't told me on anything. And then Conan's like, so I hear y'all do something on your birthday. And I was like, I know what we actually do, but I'm not going to say it on national television. Like, what if our bosses are watching? And Apples is like, headstand. I was like, shh, 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 shh. Out rolls the keg.
It was, oddly enough, it was the producer, we do kind of a pre-interview before you do shows like that. So the producer will ask you a bunch of questions if there's anything you want to talk about, or, you know, any current stories or funny anecdotes, whatever. So I said, listen, you have to understand it'll be Jared's birthday that day, so we can't not acknowledge that. And he's like, okay, great. What do you want to do? And I was like, well, I was thinking of at least doing some sort of a prank to some degree. And he's like, he's like, okay, do you have any ideas? And I was like, I have a few, but you have an entire staff of comedic writers there. I was thinking I'd just throw the ball into your court and see what you come up with. And he's like, okay, well, let me think about it, and we'll talk about it. He's like, but let's just go ahead and do the interview. So as we're doing the interview, he starts asking about what we do. You know, what are some of the things that you guys used to do for your birthday and stuff? And I get into the whole story. And he was like, well, there's the gag right there. I was like, what? Cake stand on national television. He's like, you think you can go for it? And I was like, yes. Yes.
Also something you only feel comfortable talking about on national television during season 13. Not something season 3 where we're like, guess what? We've done the last 2 years. Hands on your birthday. Not really. So thank you to y'all guys. And thanks for the new season, by the way. So this is, I don't know how much y'all want to know about the boring logistics of an actor contract. But there are a lot
everything.
Okay, well, you signed up anymore. There are a lot
Tell us everything.
There are a lot of
What's in the writer?
Page 4.
What color are your M&Ms? There are a lot like athlete contracts, right? Where it's their opportunity and prerogative to invite us back. So we haven't yet been invited back for season 14, which doesn't mean anything. It just means they're taking their time. But we need you guys to keep pushing, keep spreading the word, and let's get going. And we can all like code like, what do we want to do? Maui?
Yes!
I just love the idea. They haven't invited us back yet. They're trying out some different options right now for one season.
Yeah, well, we'll see. All right, well, before we just jibber jabber, are there microphones in the audience that are. Well, that's not a microphone, that was a fast hand. You in the pink. What up, girl?
I want to know what your favorite dad joke is.
I can row a boat. Canoe? Yeah, this is actually. This, I literally said.
That hurt me.
I said this to Tom yesterday, and so I haven't used this before. I read it somewhere, and it occurred to me because we were at our friends of friends, and we were at their house. And there were a bunch of trees, and I was like, Tom. He's like, yeah. Have you ever seen an elephant in a tree? He's like, no. And I go, that's because they're such good hiders. And he goes like this. And not a word of a lie, the rest of the day, he was like looking up at all this. I was like, you're just so good at hiding, you know? Great and so he was like, oh. I'm really looking for him, so I think that's the funniest. Or like he's at that age where things that are supposed to make sense but don't are kind of funny. For instance, we were having bananas with peanut butter, and he was like, I want 3. And I was like, 3's a lot, but I think he meant like he wanted 3 like normally cut bananas with peanut butter on it, which is not even one entire banana. But I was like, Tom, that's a lot of food. And he's like, I'm hungry. I was like, all right, Kevin. And so I went to the kitchen and I got a banana and cut off, like 2 millimeters, but I cut it into 3 tiny things. So now he has this giant plate with like less than a fingernail with peanut butter bananas. I was like, okay, Tom, this is 3. And he looks at me, he's like, what? That's not 3. Like, that's little. And I was like, Tom, that's a lot of food. If you can't eat it all, I'll eat it. So, he's kind of that weird age where he knows I'm kind of playing tricks on him, but he doesn't really know why.
Get you back.
What about Bill?
I'm just going to tell Jared is full of dad jokes. It's just a bottomless pit of horrible, painful jokes. I tend to stay away from them as much as I can. I'm more of a pun guy, which could arguably be worse. But it's kind of spur of the moment stuff, so I don't really have anything in the bag ready to go. Okay, yes, please tell me yours. Give me one. Why didn't the toilet paper cross the road? Why? Because he was stuck in the crack. And good morning.
That's a pretty good one.
You're hitting two birds with one stone there because you're getting potty humor and really bad jokes.
It's a rare occasion.
Stuck in a crack. The glasses and the black. Everybody's wearing glasses and black. Yeah. Longer hair. Yes. Fine.
My question is for Jensen.
Hi.
Good.
Down there.
My husband wants to know How good is your beer and how can he get some?
It's phenomenal. They have to come to Austin. We're not distributing anywhere outside of Austin right now. Depending on the success of it, we could go out to the other markets in Texas.
Canada.
Beyond that, the other markets in the States, and then hopefully we start branching internationally. Or I could just bring up a case. I don't know.
You'll have to bring it to Winston, North Carolina.
Winston, North Carolina. All right.
You
Thanks.
should do like because, and I'll speak on his behalf. If you were to sell a keychain, you can pretty much make a keychain and sell it anywhere. When it has alcohol in it, the rules and the regulations become really sort of onerous. But I think you can take your own beer wherever you want. You can leave it in a random place and tweet about it. And you can be at 100 games and it's scavenger hunt of who finds it first.
Oh, it's too bad this is the last year of Gishwiz. That would have been. You know where you can get it? His bar.
At bar.
Not yet though. It's probably, hopefully within the next couple of months we'll be having it out. Well,
San Jackson Women, as soon as it's available. I'm going way over there. Absolutely.
I was just wondering, would you guys ever be willing to work with someone in a wheelchair?
What? Why would we not be willing to work with somebody in a wheelchair?
Well, the reason
Absolutely. Would you be willing to work with two big, obnoxious Texans?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
All right, we can make that happen.
The reason I'm wondering is because this wheelchair that I'm sitting in, up until about a month ago, it was making what we call demonic noises.
Well, you didn't say that. The story just changed.
It wasn't making demonic noises, but it was making like really weird noises. And Lori and I were joking that we would have to call you guys to come unpossessed.
All right, we'll do what we can do.
Okay, awesome.
All
Thank
right,
you.
let me bring Ruby's knife before I approach the demonic wheelchair.
Awesome. That would be great.
Yeah.
and I'll just bring some oil.
Tomato, tomato. Thanks, sir.
Let's see. How about, all right, okay. Yes, blonde. Yes.
Yes, blonde. That's a...
I'm going to be going to Austin in just over a week, and I was wondering if you guys had any tips of what I should take.
Sam?
Going to Austin.
Oh, yeah.
Dry fit shirts, personal fans,
Air conditioning.
air conditioning, private air.
Stay inside.
Why are you going to Austin?
I have a friend that lives down there, so I'm going to be spending some time with him.
Well, they'll probably have a lot of ideas, but go see the sights, go paddleboard Lady Bird Lake, go hit some of the hot spots, Rainy Street, South Congress, eat some barbecue.
Eat lots
It's
of barbecue.
really good down there.
Yeah.
You'll
You'll have fun.
you won't have a problem finding things to do.
And talk to people. That was kind of what drew me to Austin is you say, what's up? And they go like, oh, well, since you have. No, it's not like, why are you talking to me? So,
Go watch the bats.
Congress.
So every night, at sundown on Congress Street Bridge, I'm not quite sure what the count is up to, but it's millions of bats. What is it?
1.5.
Is it 1.5 million?
Yeah, it'll stay easy.
That's pretty amazing.
Fly out from underneath the bridge to go hunting, to go eat, and it's like this
The
black.
largest migration of bats, I think, on the planet.
Yeah, and it's this
I think in the
cloud.
universe.
Go see the bats.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right there. Will you put your hand up? She's like this. When I choose, she's like, oh. unless you were stretching or airing out. You see those commercials where it's like some girl dancing and she goes like this? And it's like, use different deodorant. You've seen it.
Yeah.
You're in the commercial.
That's your life.
Okay. So I know you guys working on Supernatural. Other movies that you might make cameos in, like buddy games or things like that? Other movies? Jensen?
How dare you?
The reason I ask is that we were sightseeing Vancouver and we ran into like a paparazzi because we went to go see Deadpool 2 film.
Yeah.
And it mentioned that you might be in buddy games movie as a cameo. Anything?
Do it.
I did it yesterday.
There you
Yeah, my buddy Josh Denell's up here directing the movie, and he asked me if I'd come and do a scene. So I did.
You want to be filming anytime soon that's not Supernatural?
No.
Are you trying to get us off Supernatural?
No, I just want to see more and other things.
I mean, our schedule's pretty full right now. The fact that that just happened to fall in my one day off this whole week, these past 2 weeks, was, kind of kismet, so I said, sure, let's do it. But the likelihood of that happening for anything substantial is kind of impossible. When and if the show does ever start to which it won't, so no, I guess no. Deadpool 7, I'll be fine for that. Is it me? Is it me? All right, let's go over here, yes. Yeah.
Paper this time. Not phone. Morning. Lovely
Morning.
to see you. How did Sam and Dean and Jared and Vincent feel about Roy and Walt showing up to follow Sam into battle against British men and letters in the road? Given that before they killed Sam to stop him leading to monogamy.
Yeah, that was a funny scene when Roy and Walter killed us showed up. It's like, all right, yeah, you killed us. Oh, good to see you. I think it was a good indicator. Jared kind of laughed, like what other show gets to have that scene? I think as an actor, I try to pull from personal experiences. That's a tough personal experience to have, where someone's killed you and now you're asking for help because you're back alive. So it was kind of it was also a nice, I love when there are nice, like, hidden gems for the fans who have seen all the episodes. You're like, wait a second, so for me, that's one of my joys at this point in time. 13 years into anything, into any story, can get dreary, but our writers keep it exciting. No, I don't think so either. I'm saying, like, I can't imagine watching, even like I'm a big fan of the Lord of the Rings movies. Or whatever, the Harry Potter movies. But even Harry Potter, if there are 8 movies that are 3 hours long, it's 24 hours. We have 200 and something hours. So, like, how do you keep that exciting? I think having throwbacks like that.
You do.
Well, we get a lot of help. Thank you. Yeah. I see a phone. Are you raise your hand or show me your phone? I see the light. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My question is more on the filming end of it.
Blah.
When you're filming the last scene, the first scene, you film the last and first scene together, or do you break out the film?
You mean if they're separated by like an episode or something? No. unfortunately.
Have we done it? Did we do it last year at all? Where like Tom came in or Bob came in and directed?
There's every now and again, if it's if it's available and we can do that, then we will try to do that. But a lot of times, for instance, there have been seasons where we have ended and then we have literally started back up. It would have been nice to have just filmed that when we shot it 3 months ago. But a lot of times,
Especially because when after like May, June, and a little bit of July, you show back up and you're in the same wardrobe, you're like, yeah, I worked it a few times this summer. Is there a larger size piece somewhere? And then you're dancing. Still got it. Walking to set. Jensen, do you want a larger size? No, I'm okay. Let's just run the box.
yeah, it's so convenient for us to do that, and sometimes the other director will either send the notes to the current director and have them just shoot it like that, or they'll just trust the other director. The thing with it, we really kind of whittled down a really solid core of directors that are not only amazing, but they're also, a lot of them are very good friends, and they work together and have worked together for many, many years. So they trust one another. So that's like if Bob's directing and he needs to, there's a scene that would be very convenient to film for Phil's episode, or Tom, then Tom, they'll just let Bob direct it. Which just speaks to the kind of synergy that lives within our show, which is great. So, but it is tough. In fact, one of the things that we do a lot, which we always kind of shake our heads at, is and this happens more often than you would think, we film the very last scene of an episode first.
Literally the first thing. I don't remember the season number, but there was one season, I think it was like around 8 or 9, where literally the first thing we shot for 8 or 9 episodes in a row was the last scene of the episode, where there's sort of like everything's happened already, and it's like Sam and Dean talking over the Impala, or in the Impala, or something that leads to the next episode, but we haven't even shot any of the other parts of the episode yet, so you're like, well, what are we talking about? What's going on here?
Why did they do that?
Why?
It's on location. It's all
Yeah, a lot of it is driven by locations and stuff. If, let's say, the majority of the script takes place in a house, then they're building the interior of that house on set, and it's not ready yet. So they're going to shoot as much other stuff that they can, minute letters, whatever.
More than often, like these days, like back in the day it was Bobby's house because it was a standing set on one of our stages. These days it's like the middle letters, library, or
Standing meaning it's not just upright.
Yeah,
it's a continuing set. Like it stays current, stays with us,
so they can go shoot it while they're building.
as opposed to the laid down set.
Which is my favorite. Season 14, we're just laying down the entire time. So it comes down to like we shot a few times in schools, and they don't want you to film there during the school days. So usually you get it like Friday night after everybody's gone home, and it's like, okay, well we're starting day 3 at 5 p.m. at this school in Burnaby because they had to kick everybody out. So we're shooting like daytime scenes that are supposed to be us getting there as the kids are showing up for school at like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. and going in until 5 a.m. or something, just because they couldn't secure the location at another time. So.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into dictating the schedule. Location, construction,
Actor availability.
yeah, people who want a week off and get it for no reason.
I'll take it.
That kind of stuff.
Just really quick, what is the longest scene that you filmed straight up shenanigans and everything?
We had a long scene with Uriel and.
Without shenanigans?
Oh, without shenanigans? I didn't know
Yeah.
that part. Oh, no.
I would probably say the scene in the Impala, where in Baby, where he was laying down in the back seat, I was laying in the front seat. We had the big long conversation about our lives. That was, yeah, I think we were super thrilled with just the story aspect of that scene. And there really wasn't much to do and cut up. There wasn't much shenanigans. And that was like, what was it, a 5-page dialogue scene or something like that? That was long.
But I remember season 4. It was a
I
long
don't.
season. I remember because it felt so long, and we showed up like on Thursday, having just shot the scene all day Wednesday. It was between, I thought, like Castiel, Uriel, me, and you in a motel or something. I want to say it was episode.
Yeah, but if Misha was there, then there was plenty of shenanigans going on.
Maybe he wasn't.
Safe to
The
say.
serial showed up. He might have showed up with somebody else. Might have been.
All right, right here.
So speaking of giving you guys a little bit of a
Wait,
break,
here comes Mike. Look at this.
speaking of giving you guys a little bit of a break, with Kim and Brianna getting wayward sisters, daughters, whatever they're going to call it, how do you guys feel about them being able to kind of carry on your legacy, and what do you want to see from that?
Thank God. That's a good question. You know, we've talked. It's a not easy to answer question.
Sorry.
No. We've talked about it many, many times for a long time about like the direction of Supernatural, the direction of a spin-off, so to speak, or another show that delves into the world. I'm a fan. As a fan of the story, I'm a fan of anything that fleshes out other parts of the world, whether it's Cass in heaven or hell or whatever, or Kim and Brianna and Catherine and the gang doing what they do, or going back like Bobby and Rufus. I like, the more we can flesh out other parts of the world, it sounds self-serving because it also means we get a day off or a week off. But I really feel like it improves the show. I understand that the show hinges on Sam and Dean, you know, and to a bit of a lesser degree, you know, Baby and Misha and this and that. But I do like fleshing out other parts of the universe and, you know, delving in. Like, as a fan, it's easier for me to watch and enjoy things that I'm not in currently. Many years from now, I'll be able to go back and watch it. So, selfishly, I'm really excited about it.
I agree.
Well, we hear about this larger world, and we did it way back in the day with like Joe and Ellen, whom we love, Samantha and Alona are amazing. But we didn't really delve deeply into it. We kind of touched on it, and I think that was actually like like the network told the writers to put some female characters or different world. So, and I liked that then. Yeah, for Mandate. But we didn't delve into it as much as I would have kind of liked, but I like the idea of fleshing it out, because you hear about this like connection of hunters and this network. You're like, well, let's see it. I want to see what else is going on.
And they're great characters, you know.
Great
They have
people.
done really good things, and they've made these characters interesting and important, and people, including the two of us, want to see more of that. So I'm super proud of them. I'm super proud of the show being able to be in a place and to have a fandom that we can take that chance, and we can go down that road and see where that leads, because I think it's super cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
Last question. Last question. You're up. No pressure.
In row 3, I've seen a young lady in a gray vest holding her hand up for about the last 10 minutes. So,
I was just spooking my Fitbit. I have to tell you, I really, really admire your wives because they...
hey, back off. Back off.
Not only do they put up with you guys to move on, but they put up with you guys being here.
Very true.
But I was wondering, if you had to sing a love song to your wife, what song?
Jared, why don't you take this one? What do you... If this isn't a video of you singing Jen something, I'm going to be very disappointed. What a romantic, huh?
Honestly, it would be Just Breathe.
I like fruit salad. I gotta be honest.
That was my love song to you.
Ladies, eat your card or eat your fruit salad, whatever.
I think Just Breathe means a lot because it was the song that was playing when when we first became parents. So it was pretty cool. And it's good. That or fruit salad. They both.
Gosh, I don't know. I've played her many before.
Have you ever played her fruit
But
salad?
I've never played her fruit salad.
Not just play it.
Go on.
Oh,
You have to sing it.
no, but I'm trying to think of maybe the last one. I don't know.
Fruit salad.
No, it wasn't fruit salad.
Yummy, yummy.
It was Caesar salad. I remember the first one I played her. How about that? And that was If I Had a Million by Pat Green. By Pat Green. As If I Had a Million, Build You a Mansion, 100 Miles from Nowhere, and Dance in the Hallways, is it? When You Got No Neighbors, There Ain't No One to See. So anyway, I don't know, look that one up.
Look, you pissed her off.
She's like, I hate that song.
I was waiting for fruit salad. All right, guys.
Thank you, guys.
We love y'all very much.